Hi, welcome to Jefferson College's Center for Teaching and Learning podcast, where we share our best practices with each other, faculty to faculty. And today we're welcoming Alexis Smith today. She is our communications faculty, and she's going to be talking about AI prompting. Alexis, welcome, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Let's start at the beginning. What inspired you to begin teaching students how to use AI with prompts?
I was inspired by Susan Todd, the English professor here at Jefferson College. We were conversing and talking about how to use AI in a classroom, and she had the brilliant idea of using prompts, and I loved that. And so I took that and applied it to my communication classes.
Nice. And when you introduced prompting to students, how do you explain what it is in a way that is approachable?
I first established that we all have a relationship with AI. Even if we don't choose to have it, it is in our world. It's in our classrooms, it's in our Google. And so by establishing that relationship, I am then able to show them prompts. I'm able to model what a prompt looks like and how we are going to use it in my classroom, how we're going to use it specifically to help us with our assignments and our outcome for our different projects. I clarify that they are the human in the classroom. They are the ones that is responsible for the work, but AI is here to be a teaching resource, to be a learning resource, and a learning buddy throughout their journey in this class.
Let's dig into your teaching approach. What strategies or frameworks do you use to help students write more efficient prompts?
I rely on the modeling framework. I model what a good prompt looks like. So I make sure that they understand that a good prompt is specific. It's specific enough to give AI clear direction, but it's also open enough to allow for this depth and creativity. I remind students again that they are the humans. It's a constant reminder throughout teaching and utilizing AI that they are responsible for the outcome of the AI resource. I strive to create a balance in the responses, and so by teaching students that AI prompts should be specific and they should be open, they are learning that we can use prompts for different stages of our project, the brainstorming stage and the writing stage. So in the brainstorming stage, we focus on prompts that allow us to think about our topics or to think about our ideas. When we get to the writing stage, we are allowing AI to be a tutor or a resource to help spell check us and to help check our professionalism, or can we adapt or change how the sentence is structured. And so those prompts, we really make sure to have a phrase to tell AI that we do not want AI to change our words, but we want it to enhance our learning, to enhance our critical thinking.
Okay. Can you share a specific example of a prompt you've used in class and what the students' reaction was?
Yes, recently we've been using AI to help us think about persuasive speech topics, think about how we can use our claim to help enhance our topic. So a specific prompt we were using in class was using this persuasive claim for a persuasive speech, policy claim. For this topic, access to clean water, help me think of specific areas of focus and audiences for my speech. So we are telling AI to help elaborate our understanding of this topic, but also give us audiences. Who can we speak to on this subject matter? By doing this exercise in class, we had a variety of responses. Some students were at that phase where utilizing AI in this way was helpful. They were able to see these elaborate ideas and they were able to pull on the AI resources and to really connect with information, where other students were already past that vague understanding of thinking, and it wasn't extremely helpful, but they were reinforced and felt like, oh, I've already achieved this, now I can go to the next step. So for both, they were able to find that AI helped in both phases. It helped either them confirm where they were at with their topic and their audiences, and like, yes, I see that, I can take it somewhere, or they were given those ideas to think deeper on. This prompt we also used in a variety of formats. We used it in Snapchat, in the Gemini, in ChatGPT, and we found that ChatGPT was the most effective for this type of prompt.
I've kind of found that also. So tell me, do you have computers in your classroom? Are the students using their phones? Or are you doing this in the classroom?
We're doing this in the classroom. We do not have computers in our classroom, and not all students bring computers or phones to class.
Okay.
And so we are either sharing devices if it's one of those situations. Most students do have access to some type of technology, a phone, computer, or a tablet. and I allow it to be open resource, free resource. So that's where we get this variety of conversation. Is they are using their social media AIs, or they're using Google, or they're using ChatGPT.
I have found too, I'm glad to hear you say that ChatGPT has been the best for you. I've personally kind of found that that's given me the most information as I use it personally.
Yes.
With my classes and myself. It's always good to know because there's so many things out there.
There are many resources.
Oh yeah, it's kind of scary. Where have you found AI prompting the best in your course? Lectures, projects, brainstorming, writing. You've given us some examples. Which is your favorite?
My favorite is the brainstorming phase.
Okay.
I love seeing how students process information. They are amazing thinkers, and they are very intelligent, and they are wise. And to see AI help them think to the next level is very impactful for them. And so the brainstorming phase has been the most effective, but we've also used it in the editing side of writing, where they've sat down, they've written their assignment, but they've went to AI to help critique or edit, just like I would have done in a writing center, or I would have done with a peer tutor. They're utilizing it as a tutor as well.
Nice, good tool. Okay. One thing faculty often worry about is students over relying on AI. How do you encourage them to evaluate or to fact check what the tool gives them?
I'm constantly reminding them that they are the human, that the assignment you turn in, at the end of the day, you are responsible for that outcome. So if there is AI detected, or if we have to have this conversation about AI, you are the one that I'm having that conversation with, not AI. And so if you're choosing to misuse AI, prepare yourself for that conversation. And so by establishing the ground rule, by establishing the standard that yes, AI is allowed in this classroom, yes, we are going to use it in these phases in this way, we also clarify the consequence. We clarify that if it is caught more than one time, you will be getting a 0 on that assignment. And what does that mean to you?
I think that's good because if we can keep the honest people honest, they know what the rules are going into it, so they have no surprises when we call them on it.
Exactly.
Call them on it. And what about academic integrity and ethics, which is what we've kind of mentioned already? How do you frame that conversation with your students?
We frame that they are the owner of their work. And so we really address that using AI responsibly means acknowledging that you are using AI. So when appropriate, you need to cite it. You need to put credit where credit is due, not just for their sources they use, but also for the AI services that they use as well.
Okay. Have you noticed any changes in students' critical thinking or engagement since introducing AI prompts?
I have. It's been very fun.
Yeah.
It's been exciting to see how excited they are to show me or their peer, like, look what I've come up with on this conversation, on this topic. Look where AI has helped me think of these topics, and then look where we've combined it together. Look how it's been gravitating into this pool of information that we were able to see where I've thought, AI's helped me thought, and then I really understand what I'm doing. I've also found that their questions are better. Their questions are more deeper in a way because they've gone through the phases of thinking of their topic or their assignment 3 times. So when they come to me or a peer for clarification, they're already like, well, I've done these things. Now what can I do?
Right. It's a good tool. Every innovation comes with a few bumps. What challenges have you run into when introducing AI with prompts, either with students or colleagues?
The biggest challenge has been perception, by understanding how people are perceiving AI, and also the pushback from the individuals, from the students that don't want to use it or address it or recognize it. That's been the most challenge. And we've addressed that challenge by acknowledging that it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement to utilize for this assignment, but their perspective and their perception is also very valuable to this conversation of how can we move forward understanding and using AI in class or in work or in your field that you are going to be pursuing.
How do you manage differences in access? We mentioned that a little bit earlier, since not all students may have the same tools or familiarity.
Currently, I am not requiring any assignment need the use of AI. And so if they choose to use AI, that's great. And it's open resource, free resource, what you are able to get to. We also go through the library. We work with the librarians to learn more about Britannica and learn about the library AI resources, which are available to all of them if they choose to. And so I give them opportunities to use AI, but they're not required to use AI, which makes it open for everybody.
Right. And what's nice too is I think the library still checks out laptops if they don't have technology at home. So they, and I believe they can check it out for the semester.
Yes, that is an option.
We went through that with COVID, and that's one benefit from that, to be able to check those out for the semester for them to have that access. Looking back, what's one thing you wish someone had told you before you started this practice?
I wish somebody told me that the environment of using AI is going to shift and change, and to really rely on what that specific class wants to use with AI, and that every class is different. Even if you're teaching the same subject matter, every group of amazing students are different, and so go at their pace and their comfortability and their curiosity towards AI.
Right. And I think if they see us using it, I mean, we're not afraid of it. It's not something terrible. It's a tool to use appropriately. And it's actually kind of fun using it, seeing what it can do and tell us. Looking ahead, how do you see prompt literacy evolving in higher education over the next few years?
I think it's going to become more part of our digital literacy. I think that it's going to be very similar to how we've adapted to citing sources and databases, that as education advances, we're going to be required to cite AI. It's going to be common as when we ask students to use 3 sources in their paper, we're going to get to a stage where it's, I'm requiring you to use AI, because they're going to need to understand AI for the workforce. And so the education system is going to start working towards training our students in this new communication for their new jobs.
We're seeing and hearing a lot about it in a lot of phases, and we'll keep up on that too at the Center for Teaching and Learning. For faculty that are listening who want to get started but feel unsure, what's your best piece of advice?
My best piece of advice is to start small. Start with one assignment, start with one project that you're either curious about or comfortable with, and figure out how to adapt it. Also, start small in experiencing it yourself. How can you use AI in rethinking discussion questions or rethinking assignments? How can you apply it to your learning? Because the more you understand it and that you're comfortable with it, the more your students will understand it and be comfortable with it as well.
Alexis, thank you for joining us today and sharing your expertise in the classroom. I appreciate
Thank you.
your time.
It's been great.
And thanks to our listeners today for tuning in to the CTL podcast. If you found this helpful, share it with your colleagues and keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep teaching, keep learning, and keep always asking great prompts. Thanks for attending.